once again. So, in the last tutorial of mixtures and alligation, we studied the basics of mixtures and alligation, and we solved a few easy problems of mixtures and alligation using the concepts we had studied. In this tutorial, we will discuss some trickier problems of mixtures and alligation. So, before we go ahead with problems, let us sum up what we had learned in our previous tutorial. So, in previous tutorial, we were given two mixtures A and B, both of different concentration, 70% of this and 20% of this, and we were given weight of A like 2 liters and 3 liters, and we had to find what is the concentration in the resulting mixture when we mix both of these. To solve that, what we had calculated the weighted average. That is, the weight of 70% concentration was 2, weight of 20% concentration was 3, and total weight was 5. So we averaged it out to get this, right? Another variation that we had studied in our previous lecture was related to rule of alligation. In rule of alligation, we were given A, B, and C, the concentrations 70%, 20%, and 35%. Say, for the sake of simplicity, 20, 80, and I'll say 60%. Okay, 60% of this. Uh, okay, so we needed to find the ratio in which we are mixing these two, the ratio in which we are mixing A and B to get 60% this. So for that, we had applied rule of alligation. That is, we had checked the deviation from the resulting mixture to that of A and B. Here the deviation is 20% and here the deviation is 40. So the ratio is 4:2 or 2:1. The point to note here is these are quantities, all right, but these are ratios. So if you want to mix 40 liters of A, you'll have to mix 20 liters of B to maintain 2:1 ratio. Or if you are mixing 2 liters of A, you'll have to mix 1 liter of this, or 20, or 10, or 200, or 100. So these are ratios. These are ratios. Let us start with our problem solving. Question 1. So if a vessel is full of a mixture of kerosene and petrol in which there is 18% kerosene. So, uh, so we have a vessel which is K plus B, which has kerosene and petrol. The concentration is 18% kerosene, and 8 and 8 liters are drawn off. Okay, so we have taken out 8 liters of this. So initially, if the quantity was X, now since we have taken out, the quantity is X minus 8. That is, if we had X liters, when we take 8 liters out, this portion will be empty. So will be empty. Now, and then the vessel is filled with petrol. So we are mixing again petrol and we are filling it. So we are mixing 8 liters of this so that we fill this, right? 8 liters of this. So we are mixing these two. One is X minus 8 liter. We are mixing with 8 liters of petrol. If the kerosene is now 15%, so when we mix, we get 15% kerosene. So this is the question. So I'll just clear the board to solve properly. If you have understood the concept well, let us start with our solution. So we'll solve this with respect to kerosene. So, so when we are listing the percentages or the concentrations, we are listing with respect to kerosene in each of the two containers. So we have container A and container B. Container, container A has 18% kerosene. Container B has 0% kerosene because B is petrol, and a petrol, it is pure petrol. It is not a mixture. So when we are mixing petrol, we mean that we are mixing no kerosene, 0% kerosene. And what we have got a 15% kerosene concentration, right? 15. And what was the weight that we had mixed? X minus 8 and 8. Remember, we had taken out of this X liters, we had taken out X liters and we filled 8 liters. So we are mixing X minus 8 liters, which was this, to 8 liter, which is this. We mixed. So how much does the vessel hold? So by the concept of weighted average, we have 18 times x minus 8 plus 8 times 0 divided by x minus 8 plus 8 is equal to the final concentration. That is x equal to 36 liters is the answer. Let's move to our next question. So a vessel is full of refined oil. So we have a vessel which is refined oil. Refined oil. Okay. And 1/4 of the refined oil is taken out. So if this is x liters, we have taken out 1/4 liter. So we will subtract x minus 4. So 3x by 4 is the quantity of refined oil in this container, and rest is empty. Okay. And it is filled with mustard oil. So we are mixing with another liquid, which is mustard oil. So what is the quantity that we are mixing? The same quantity that we have taken out. So the left out quantity, the vacuum, yeah, which is x minus 4, and we are mixing 3x by 4 of refined oil with x by 4 of mustard oil. The process is repeated 4 times, and 10 liters is refined oil is finally left. What is the capacity of the vessel? Capacity meaning we need to find this x value, right? Capacity is x liters. So we need to find this x. I'll rub the board and we'll solve. So we have concentration, we have A, we have B, we are mixing, okay, we are mixing mustard oil. So mustard oil is pure mustard oil, right? So 1 out of 1 is mustard oil. We are refined oil. This is refined, A is refined and B is mustard. So this is pure mustard, which is 1 out of 1 is mustard. And okay, and we had this as 3x by 4, and we are 0 out of 1. So we are the concentration, it's with respect to refined, with respect to refined, right? With respect to refined oil. So B is mustard. So in mustard, what is the concentration of refined oil? 0, right? It's 1 out of 1 mustard, but 0 out of 1 refined. And what we are mixing here? We are mixing x by 4 here, right? Remember, this was the case. So here we had, out of it, we had 3x by 4 liters of A left, and we mixed x by 4 liters of B, right? So 3 by x by 4 of A mixed with x by 4 of B with respective concentrations of refined oil. So what we got here? We got 3x by 4 times 1 plus x by 4 times 0 divided by 3x by 4 plus x by 4, which is equal to 3x by 4, and this will be 1, x cancels. So we got 3 by 4, right? So we have got here 3 by 4, sorry, got here 3 by 4. So this was step 1. Now in step 2, again we are mixing this 3 by 4 concentration with again mustard oil, and again it is 3x by 4 liters and x by 4 liters. So again what we have got, you understood this, right? This value comes here. This is our final concentration. So now the vessel contains 3 by 4, not complete refined oil. Now the vessel contains 75% of the refined oil, which is 3 by 4 of the refined oil. So 3 by 4. So what will this value be? So again 3 by 4 times 3x by 4 plus 0 divided by x. So this whole divided by x, 0 0 on x cancel. So 3 by 4 whole square, 4 whole square, right? Now in scenario 3, again we are doing the same thing. So likewise, if we keep doing it, scenario 3 will be, now again what we are doing is 3 by 4 whole square. We are mixing this mixture with 0, and again 3x by 4 and x by 4. So what we have got, we'll get 3 by 4 cube. In the fourth time we'll get 3 by 4 to the power 4. So that is what we have got. So this is the concentration. Now the question says, after 4 times 10 liters of refined oil is finally left in the vessel. So the vessel contains 3 by 4 of refined 3 by 4 to the power 4 refined oil. So when we say 3 by 4 to the power 4 of x is equal to 10, this is the concentration. 75% to the power 4 of x is equal to 10. So when we solve for this, we'll get x as 2 sorry 2560 by 81. This is our answer to this question. So I'll just drop to make it clear once again. So we were repeating the same process, right? So in the first step, we had 1 had 1 0 3x by 4 x by 4, we got 3 by 4, and this was with respect to refined oil. Okay, so we started with 1 liter we started with pure refined oil, 1 by 1 refined oil, and we reached to 3 by 4 refined oil in the first step. Second step, we we mix this 3 by 4 refined oil with mustard oil to reach 3 by 4 whole square refined oil and x by 4. Third step, we mix this 3 by 4 whole square with 4 to get 3 by 4 tube refined oil. Fourth step, we mix this tube to get 3 by 4 of power 4 refined oil. Now the question said that 10 liters of refined oil is finally left. So we know that we know that 3 by 4 to the power 4 liters of refined oil of x equal to 10, right? Because the vessel, all these vessels are basically x liters, right? Whenever we are mixing it, we are getting a x liter filled. We are always starting with 3x by 4 liters with this space empty, and after mixing we are getting x liters. So in the final value also we are getting out of x liters, that is 3 by 4 to the power 4 of x, and we got the value of x equal to 2560 by 81. We have moved to next question. Two vessels contain a mixture of spirit and water. So we have one vessel, both vessels contain spirit and water. In the first vessel, the ratio of spirit to water is 8 is to 3. So 8 by 11 is spirit, right? If 8 is to 3, that is 8 is spirit and 3 is this. So out of 11 liters, 8 by 11 spirit, we can say. This is in terms of concentration that we are saying here, right? And the second vessel, the ratio is 5 is to 1. That is 5 by 6 spirit. So concentration in terms of spirit. A 35 liters cask is filled from the vessel so as to contain a mixture of spirit and water in the ratio 4 is to 1. So 4 by 5 is when we mix these two, we got 4 by 5 mixture. And what was the total quantity that we got after mixing A and B? A some liters and B some liters. We got 35 liters. It says, right, 35 liter gas is filled from the vessel. So so as to contain a mixture of spirit and water. How many liters are taken from the first vessel? So if we are mixing x liters from A, we would have mixed 35 minus x liters of B. Why? Because when we add these two, we get 35 liters of this, right? Remember, when we added 1 liters of this, 1 liters and this, we'll get 2 liters of this, right? 2 liters of this with some concentration, maybe 50% concentration. Likewise, when we have added x liters, we would have, when this is x and this is y would have been 35 minus x. So that is what I have represented here, 35 minus x. So how many liters are taken from the first vessel is the question. So first vessel is x liters. That is the question in hand. So let us solve this. So add 8 by 11 times x plus 5 by 6 times 35 minus x divided by 35 minus x plus x, which is 35, and this is equal to 4 by 5. On solving this, we get x equal to 11. This is our answer. Let us move to our fourth question. In In two alloys, aluminum and iron are in the ratio 4:1 and 1:3. So we have 4:1. So aluminum by iron is 4:1. So that will mean aluminum by total. What will be the value aluminum by total? 4 out of 5, right? 1 is iron, 4 is aluminum. That is out of total 5, 4 is aluminum and 1:3. So we have two different alloys. In this case, it is 1 by 4. 1 aluminum and 3 iron. 1 aluminum and 3 iron means 1 out of 4 is aluminum. So we are taking concentration with respect to aluminum. After mixing together 10 kg of the first alloy, so we also know the weights. That makes our task easier. 10 kg of first and 16 kg of second, and several kilograms of pure aluminum. So when we mix these two, we'll get something, and then this particular value will again mix with pure aluminum. So pure aluminum, several kgs, x kgs. We'll need to find the value of this. This value would be 10 plus 16, right? Because the final, after mixing 10 kg and 16 kg, we would have got 26 kg of this. So 26 of this. So we need to find this value first. To find this value, we'll apply a normal weighted average concept for 10 into 4 by 5 plus 1 by 4 into 16 divided by 26, which comes out to be 5 to 10, 4, 4, 16. That is 4, 8 plus 4, 12 by 26, right? So this value is 12 by 26 concentration. That is out of 26 total, 12 is aluminum. So the concentration with respect to aluminum is 12 by 26. And we are mixing this with pure aluminum. So, okay. So here aluminum is 12 out of 26, and in pure aluminum, what is the concentration of aluminum? 1 out of 1. So 1 out of 1 is aluminum. So again, we'll solve this to get the value of x. 12 by 26 times 26 plus 1 into x divided by 26 plus x. This is what we have got to, and what is that we have obtained in an alloy was obtained in which the ratio of aluminum to iron was 3:2. So what was the concentration of aluminum? 3 out of total of 5. 3:2 means 3 aluminum out of total 5. So this is equal to 3 by 5. If we solve this, we will get x equal to 9. When x, now what is the question? Find the weight of the new alloy, not only aluminum. So what was x here? X is aluminum, right? X is aluminum. So we have 9 kg aluminum. So what was the weight of the new alloy? 26 plus 9. So our answer is 26 plus x equal to 26 plus 9 equal to 35. Okay, so this is what I had from this topic. We'll see in the next tutorials. I'll cover some different topics. So please stay tuned and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.